Alright, welcome back everyone. Excited to bring you the grand finals match of one of our recent Standard Showdown tournaments from NeverBoard gaming community here in Spring Hill, Florida. With me I have Alex B, the pilot of the Vampire deck, as you're going to see on the right of your screen. It's a really awesome deck, has been doing extremely well with it at a lot of our standard events. So if you've been a follower of our videos, you may have seen it before, but Alex, give people a rundown of what the strategy is here on your deck for the most part.
So this is basically, it's almost a mono-white vampire shell, actually. I don't think I play a single blue card in this first game here. I don't remember for sure. But the intent is to get a bunch of extra tokens from Oketra's Monument or Mavrenfane Dusk Apostle. And this will let you just play a lot of creatures for additional value and just go wide. There's all kinds of different ways to pump the team or get the team through. There's some removal spells that are enchantments. Ways to get the City's Blessing, which is really important to draw extra cards off of Arch of Araska or give Sky Marcher Aspirant flying. And just a lot of like little instants like one-ofs that get sprinkled in and can sometimes make a difference.
Yeah, I'm always excited by matchups like these where it's two creature decks facing off against each other.
Yeah, both of these decks are mostly creatures. I mean, people think my Vampire deck is an aggro deck. It's really a mid-range deck that can do a good impression of an aggro deck. But you see I got that all-important turn 1 Legion's Landing. There's only one Legion's Landing in the whole deck. That's one of the secret one-offs.
The secrets.
Yeah. So getting it turn 1 against another aggro deck is actually really, really great, especially since they're not willing to make a trade with one of their X1s for this little vampire token.
And you're threatening to get it flipped next turn.
Next turn, yeah. So D-Rod's going to have to make a play here. He does have a Glint Sleeve Siphoner out, so I can't block it, not that I want to in this case.
Yeah, and you'll be able to trade with the Dreadwander if you want here, right? And get a token out of it, or no?
Yeah, I can get a token out of it if I want, but I don't know if I want to trade with this Dreadwander here. I want to make him make a play. I think the reason I took it is because I was fearing the Bone Picker.
That makes sense.
Here he shows me Aethersphere Harvester. This is actually a great, great defensive card against my deck. You see I missed a land drop earlier, so getting this Legion's Landing to flip is like my entire plan right now.
Isn't the Harvester's like a 3/5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 3/5 with flying. So like even Sky Marcher Aspirant can't get over the top of it. That's going to create a real problem for me if I can't find a Thought to Arrest. But I have land number 3 now, thanks to the Legion's Landing trigger.
Yeah, it's amazing how you really get ramp out of these flip cards. One of the like underestimated benefits of them.
Legion Conquistador, here
My
they come.
favorite card in the deck. I love this. It's just like reminiscent of. I mean, there's an earlier Magic card that.
Squadron Hawk. It's Squadron Hawk 2.0. Here he comes.
Yeah, less wings, still pretty cool though.
Less wings, bigger body, and they don't stop coming.
Spanish flavor.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Yeah. It reminds me of gadgets from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, because they kept getting each other endlessly, and you could just... If anybody plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Out there...
Yeah, I shouldn't blaspheme here.
If anybody plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Out there, let the Magic players know what that's like, and they'll say, oh yeah, that's exactly like Squadron Hawk. Because they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Alright, so
but here we go.
This has been shaping up to be a bit of a race here. Both players not opting to be very defensive whatsoever.
Yeah, notice that D-Rod did not draw a card off of the Glint Sleeve Siphoner here. He wants as many energy tokens as possible to get that Aethersphere Harvester lifelink and pull ahead in this race from behind.
Which I guess makes sense, seeing the position he's in, but I don't know. I probably would still just draw.
He can play any creature he wants, because this is a crew 1, and immediately go off with it. Here's the Fatal Push to get rid of the Vampire token, and now he's got the Bone Picker. This is exactly the play I was fearing the previous turn.
He's going to crew the vehicle with his Summon Sick Bird. One of the best ways to get a little more value through.
Oh, and he's going to get the energy back with the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. I forgot about that.
Alright, and now the clock has shifted a little bit, and he's going to put himself back into the life lead with Aethersphere Harvester's lifelink.
That Bone Picker is a flying death touch. Yeah, here you see me correct him and make sure he gets his energy counter.
Nice. Well done, Alex. Nice guy, Alex.
Yeah. If somebody misses a play like that, I don't like winning because somebody like missed a mandatory trigger like that. That's not me.
Runs out a Sky Marcher and an Adonto Vanguard, if I'm not mistaken.
That's an Adonto Vanguard.
That is probably one of my most hated cards. Only because it's so good, not because it's bad.
Yeah, it's a really good card in a vacuum, especially against those control decks that absolutely need to play Exile removal if they want to get rid of this thing for good, or like Hour of Devastation. If
And I just have gotten stomped by that Auras deck with that guy too many times.
Oh yeah, because that pay for life is relevant in that deck as well.
All right, so opting to save up the defensive wall here.
Yeah, you see I'm behind now, and like that Sky Marcher Aspirant can't get flying because I can't find land. So it's just kind of sitting there doing nothing on defense. Remember, this Bone Picker has flying as well, flying and Death Touch.
Let's see if he's going to be able to put something down to crew the Harvester. Yep,
Yeah.
he has it.
Night Market Lookout, the best thing he could have had.
Yeah, it's going to get some extra synergy, dealing some damage while crewing at the same time.
And Amulet Eternal. This is just so much gas. David Rodriguez taking full advantage of the fact that I'm mana screwed.
Nice, and it looked like that turn he did decide to draw, right, with the Glint Sleeve?
Yeah, he did. That's why he's only at 1 energy now. Because he just realized that he can keep getting the energy back by attacking with the Glint Sleeve.
Ooh, and this is a critical moment of the match here.
Yeah, this is me starting to think about how to block. Because I know that the Bone Picker and the Aether Harvester are definitely going to get through. I think my only concern here is to take this Glint Sleeve Siphoner off the table so that he stops gaining life. And stops drawing cards. But then I've got nothing for this Amulet Eternal either, because the Amulet Eternal has Afflict, and it's got Afflict 3, which means the Vampire tokens are actually not going to help me stave off that Assault, because the Afflict happens before combat damage, so Lifelink does not come into play.
Yeah, oh wow.
It's a timing issue. Haven't committed to blocks just yet. I'm still thinking. This is tense. At this point, Sky Marcher is... at this point, I've realized Sky Marcher is never going to get flying, so I just kind of have to...
Yeah, and I doubt you're going to be wanting to pay 4 life with Vanguard here earlier. This is looking kind of grim.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but I'm just like, this feels bad. I mean, this is not the kind of matchup where I actually want Adano Vanguard. This is one of the matchups where it's bad, and I'd rather have Bishop Soldier.
Mm-hmm. One thing I noticed when playing against your deck, I see you like shuffling through a lot of cards in your hand, but you have to sit back and think most of them are just vanilla 2/2s.
Yeah. But I still have to look anyway so that I can plan for the future in this particular instance. I just make as many trades as possible, get both of the Martyrs of Dusk into the graveyard so I can get more tokens. But those tokens are going to run straight into Amulet Eternal, and like, he's already got 6 power worth of damage with flying. If I don't find a Thopter Arrest, I just lose. Even if I do find a Thopter Arrest, I just lose. Yeah, that's a very late 4th land. Scoop him up.
He's going to take it that one. Just the evasion was a little too much to deal with right there.
Just that synergy between Aether Harvester and just about every other card in D-Rod's deck is immense, and that's why he's able to mainboard it.
So I'm imagining you're going to be reaching into the sideboard for some more of your like creature control options.
Oh yes, I am definitely going to be reaching for that extra Thopter Arrest that you know I play. That's one of the first things.
Do you got Ixalan's Binding in there as well?
All 3 Ixalan's Bindings are already mainboard.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be extremely helpful against the redundancy of Dan's deck. Like, it's just... What do you think's a good target to hit with Binding? Probably Amulet Eternal or something like that?
Amulet Eternal, Aether Harvester.
Yeah, Aether Sphere. Probably best.
Aether Harvester is probably the best target, but Amulet Eternal and Bone Picker are also really good targets. Mm-hmm. With Amulet Eternal, my main plan is to just cast as many spells as possible to make it shrink, and then just let it hit me with Afflict and then kill it with combat. But if I can't do that, then... you know, Thopter Arrest is there to pick up the slack. I should be paying attention to what David Rodriguez is boarding, just for reference. But
yeah, I'm not entirely sure what he's going to go for. I mean, Duress isn't going to do you any good against you. The card we saw last time coming out of his sideboard.
Oh yeah, because that one main board negate is definitely coming out. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to have it.
Yeah, we saw he had the Kite Sail Freebooter in his sideboard, but yet again, I don't think it would be very powerful in this matchup whatsoever.
I think all he brings in extra kill if he's got it. Maybe he brings in Lost Legacy, because that will take care of the Conquistadors.
And he didn't see your Monument, so he might not even know about that yet.
If he did see Monument, I still don't think you board in Dispossess, because that's literally the only thing you would call a Dispossess. Lost Legacy can hit Maverick Fane, though, if he knows I have it. If he remembers I have it, because I've only played it against him with this deck once. Maybe twice, actually.
Yeah, oh man. That makes me realize you missed both your engines on the first game. That's a little upsetting.
Yeah, the early Legion's Landing didn't quite pan out. I kept the hand because I had a lot of 2-drops in it and thought, well, okay, I'll be able to leverage this. But turns out I wasn't able to leverage it. He found the Aether Harvester and came roaring back very fast. I underestimated just how much gas he had.
Mono-Black, not a deck. I think he's the only guy playing this deck in the shop besides we saw Corey bring a very slightly different version a couple weeks back.
Yeah, his version is more mid-rangey. It's got some more 4-drops in it, like the Chupacabra, Twilight Prophets. I think he still has that one vampire. What was the name of that vampire?
Twilight Prophet?
No, not Twilight Prophet. The other one. The one.
Oh, Sanctum Seeker.
Sanctum Seeker. That's what it was. Yeah, I knew it began with an S, and I was just trying to struggle to think of what it was.
Pretty cool card, but you definitely have to kind of have a more vampire-oriented strategy for it to be effective whatsoever.
Yeah, but there are a lot of good vampires, so...
Yeah, yours is actually the first vampire deck I've seen that isn't black at all.
Yeah, no black whatsoever. It doesn't need it. In fact, it couldn't be a mono-white vampire deck if I really wanted to. It's just I like the blue for that safety counter magic against the control decks. I mean, I've beaten many, many control decks because of all those negates. And, of course, the safety from Cloud Blazer as well, being able to reload your hand and keep yourself ahead in the race. It's not going to pull you... Cloud Blazer is not one of those cards that's going to pull you back from behind if you're behind. But if you're ahead, it keeps you ahead.
Yeah,
it gives you some more safety.
The final nail in the coffin a lot of times.
This is me immediately mulliganing away this 6-land hand.
6 lander. Okay, there are all your mana from the first game.
Yeah, I'm like, where were you guys before?
Not the best feeling here, especially when you're going first. Man, mulling when you're on the play is just a terrible feeling.
It's a terrible feeling, but you just kind of have to deal with it, and hope the statistics don't really hammer you too much. And statistically, it shouldn't. I mean, you're seeing 2 fewer cards than an opponent who's not mulliganing, but at the same time, you are throwing away a hand you can't play Magic with, and you are still getting that scry. So it's not like it's a non-game. It's not nearly as bad as like a non-game as it would be before they introduced that Vancouver mulligan rule.
Is that the scry rule?
Yeah, that's where they introduced the scry one.
All right, throwing away the top card and opening with the plains. No one drops this time.
No one drops this time. Did not find a Sky Marcher, but he did find a Night Market Lookout. Here we go. D-Rodding again. There's Mortar of Dusk.
Cool. Probably going to dissuade that Night Market from attacking, but we shall see.
Well, Night Market will immediately drain 1 life as it swings, which might be the cue for me to just say, I don't feel like dealing with this today. I'm just going to trade the Mortar of Dusk. I forget what I did here. So there's the trigger.
No, he does attack.
There's the block.
I like that. I think that's especially when you're playing with less cards. I think this is something you got to do at the moment.
Yeah. I like the trade.
And he plays another one.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
He just never stops finding these things.
Now the trade not feeling as good. But good magic here, like waiting until main phase 2 to show his opponent the options he has. Maybe trying to bait the block.
Hey, guess who's mana screwed again?
Oh no.
It's me. But I did find a Bishop Soldier, so I'm mostly okay. As long as he doesn't find a Fatal Push. I think he's got it, though. Yep.
Bishop Soldier?
Bishop Soldier.
What is that?
2/2 with lifelink. That's all it is.
Okay, I thought that was a Danto Vanguard. Whoops.
Nope, I board out of Danto Vanguards against aggro every single time. That's my dirty secret.
And the lifelinkers come in.
Well, I do find a 3rd land, but it's a tap land. Another Bishop Soldier, I believe. Yep. Come on, Night Market Lookout. Keep swinging. How many Fatal Pushes do you have? Please try to play all of them, because otherwise I am going to fend you off. It's 20-19. He really hasn't been doing that much damage when all's said and done. Oh, but walk the plank. Bishop Soldier going to get drowned in the sea.
Yeah, off a short piece of wood.
Off a short plank.
Off to Davy Jones' locker. Alright. Now, this little bit of life gain is certainly helping you out, but you need a little bit more here. What do we got?
Thought to arrest to get rid of that Glint Sleeve Siphoner and make sure he can't draw extra cards. I'm more worried about that than I am by the Night Market Lookout's tap trigger at this point.
He's almost out of resources right now, so if you can push a couple more turns here and stabilize, you could be in good shape.
Yeah, now we're both missing land drops, so...
I always like, when someone thought to arrest me, I want to say, like, you put this on your side of the field. I want this over here.
Another Glint Sleeve. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'll take out the first Night Mark out. Here's another Night Market. I'll take out the first glint sleeve. Here's another glint sleeve.
Just, I can't catch a break. He's got doubles of everything, and me sitting on only 3 lands. I think I found land number 4 here. I think it's a Chef of Tunes. It is.
Good, good, good.
Legion Conquistador.
All right,
it
this
begins.
is gonna refuel. This is gonna refuel you here. The squad gathers, the little Batman call in the clouds, the friend flare, so to speak.
Conquistadors assemble.
Only to be eaten quickly by a raptor. I think he's the dead guy in the art of Ripjaw Raptor. I don't know if you ever looked.
Yeah, I gotta look closer at that art. Glint-Sleeve Siphoner gonna trigger.
Can't stop that one. Okay, let's see. What does he get? Now his lack of resources is starting to look a little better.
Finds land number 4. So now he can hard cast Bone Picker if he has to. May have found another Fatal Push, though, just to get rid of the token.
That would be annoying.
Nope, Vicious Conquistador.
Right, and D-Rod going wide here.
Oh,
going
there's that
wider.
Aether Harvester. Again, the synergy.
Yeah, he does have a night market ready and happy to crew it. I mean, you can just go ahead and crew it right now, couldn't you? Just for the lulz.
Yeah, just for the lulz if you wanted to. I mean, the Aether Harvester wouldn't be able to attack, but yeah, this is me sensing an opportunity to just take this Glint-Sleeve Cipher off the table because I know he's going to keep building up energy. Double block, gets the Glint-Sleeve Cipher off the table, take fewer damage because of the lifelink from the token. D-Rod only has 1 card in hand, so this is me going, okay, I have to do something about this Aether Harvester now. I have to do something with the Glint-Sleeve Cipher now. Legion's Landing, that'll give me another token. So some breathing room here. We get another Conquistador.
Yeah, right now just trying to fend him off the best you can.
Yeah, I can't stop the Harvester from dealing damage to me, but I can try and mitigate it with the lifelink. And I can stop him from drawing cards. He did find that 5th land he needs to crack if near Deadlands, though.
No, that's actually going to be pretty good against you.
Yeah.
But right now the best he can do with it is take out a lifelink token.
Yeah, taking out a Conquistador seems like a waste.
Oh man, D-Rod's playing off the top of his deck.
I mean, you saw everything I threw at him. After all is said and done, being at 11, I'm pretty happy about it. Scrappy Scourge is a little annoying, but all it'll do at this point is just crew the Harvester. I think it just swings it by itself at this point, just to stop me from...
I just want to see Night Market Lookout crew the vehicle. I understand why he doesn't, but...
Oh no, he's going to swing in with everything. All right. Triggers from Vicious Conquistador and the Night Market Lookout immediately going to take me down to 9 before we even get to blocks.
Yeah.
That gets annoying quickly.
Seriously, just they're kind of counteracting the lifelink here. All right, so you have some trade opportunities, right?
Yeah, I can trade with all these creatures right now. The question is, like, I might just let the Dread Wanderer through here because I know he's got enough mana to just bring it right back. But do I want to, you know, make him do that or just avoid the damage? And I think I choose to avoid the damage here. But yes, I can kill every creature that's attacking right now except the Aether Harvester if I want to.
And look, you can feel the tension in D-Rod's manically tapping left leg, bringing the camera into his anxious wobbles.
Yeah, he's excited and he knows it.
He's on the verge of victory. So I presume board wiping is something that you don't really ever put into your build in any sense of it.
Nope, but with all the aggro decks that I've been facing lately, I might have to start considering Sideboard Settle Wreckage or something.
I mean, why not, right? I mean,
it only affects their side of the table. It doesn't affect me at all.
So it's going to be 1 dice for 9, 1 dice for 10, because the errata says she's 10, 14 now, and 1 dice for 9.
I think the reason I'm taking so long to think about this is because I've got that Legion's Landing out there and I really want to flip it over. But...
And 2 more conchs in your hand and 1 other card, right? No, 2 other cards.
That's...
Yeah, this is really tough. This is a tough call right here. I imagine just like, what can I draw if I do this block?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what my outs are at this point because I am super far behind. And that Harvester technically hasn't connected yet. D-Rod has 3 more life to gain, so he's at virtual 25 life right now. All right. So block there. That'll be a trade with a night market lookout.
And you said Conquistador is a 1/2?
Vicious Conquistador is a 1/2, yeah.
Vicious Conquistador, yeah.
So Legion Conquistador can block it and live. The question is, do I want to actually do that right now, or just let the Vicious Conquistador stay alive? Because having a 2/2 is pretty good against this board. And I am thinking about that Scrap Heap Scrounger for the future as well. And yeah, I do take the trade with the
Just decide to go gain the life.
Yeah.
So wait, what's that? Why not block the Conquistador with the...
So that I still have my Conquistador available to block the Scrap Heap Scrounger next turn.
Oh, wait, they trade?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a 1/2.
No, mine is a 2/2. His is a 1/2.
Oh, okay.
So I go to 7. Thought to arrest.
That's good.
Bye-bye. Get out of here.
Go away. Don't want you flying.
No more. No more flying.
This is a no-fly zone.
Stop it. So if he cracks this Deadlands here, the most he can do is get me to 1. And that's the risk calculation I made there.
Yeah.
That's why it took so long to decide how to block, was because I wanted to do that risk-reward
Yeah,
calculation.
he had to pull out his abacus off screen. More deep thought from D-Rod here. Seeing, can I end this? Is there anything I can do?
The most he can do is 6 damage if he cracks these in your Deadlands, but I don't know what he just drew.
Yeah, luckily Conka's going to dodge a lucky top deck of a Fatal Push.
Well, Fatal Push alone won't do it.
He does it.
Here's the Deadlands. Down he goes. I'm going to go to 1.
And he's going to go up to 26, right?
Oh, wait, no, I'm going on to 2, not 1. Yeah, because the Vicious Conquistador's a 1/2. So, yeah.
Yeah, 1/2. That's why I'm like so curious why you didn't block it last turn with the Conquistador.
Like I said, I thought I was going to have it up to block the Scrap Heap Scrounger, but the Deadlands thwarted that plan. Bishop Soldier, the 3rd Bishop Soldier that went down.
More lifelink holding on.
Yep.
Man, yet again, not seeing a monument would have been super helpful this game.
Yeah, my engines just didn't show up. Then I got mana screwed twice. I got a little greedy this match. It's that right side of the table curse all over again.
Yeah, the curse. We'll have to figure out what's up with that.
I mean, people keep telling me it's some kind of psychological thing, but I'm not even thinking about it when I'm playing. I'm just playing.
Subconscious. Yeah, so I guess the little psychological take is that the person on the left is in an alcove with a back to their wall, and the person on the side is with back exposed to the rest of the store.
Oh, but D-Rod's got double creatures, and one of them's an Ammon Eternal.
Oh boy. Alright, so he swings in. You take the 1 damage. What was that?
That was Pride of the Conquerors. That was only there to give Bishop
buff and
Soldier
get
an
some
extra
more
buff.
lifelink.
Yeah, that was my only play. If I'm using Pride of the Conquerors in this situation, I'm losing the game. Okay,
Normally that's the card to like push you over the top and win right out.
Yeah, but because I can't find that much mana, I can't cast that many creatures. Like, look at D-Rod's graveyard. Just look at D-Rod's graveyard. I caused so much havoc. I pulled out as many stops as I could to shrink his table down, and he just kept top decking straight gas.
More and more and more. Pretty much drawing the perfect balance of land and creatures. Using all of his cards, empty-handedly passing his turn.
And that Ammon Eternal,
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
it demands an answer right now because, like I said the previous game, Afflict 3.
Yeah, you're gonna need another Thought the Rest, and Ixalan's Binding just won't be enough here.
Well, Ixalan's Binding will be fine. It's just...
But then he can swing with 2.
He can
unless you have a 1-drop.
But I've got the lifelink, so I can...
Oh, I forget, yes.
Yeah, so I can trade with the Scrap Heap Scrounger, and then go back to 1 from the Dreadwander. But if I don't have an answer to this Ammon Eternal right here, then the Afflict will kill me before lifelink even becomes a thing.
Man, I applaud you for traversing this very precarious scenario here and like staying on this game as long as possible.
I did not want to give up. Maverick Fane is going to come down, but all he's really going to do is shrink the Ammon Eternal. It's not gonna stop the afflict.
Dang, and you got, what, 2 other 3-drops in your hand there?
Yeah, just the other 2 conquistadors, and that's it. I can't cast either one of them. And here I am just kind of thinking, do I want to swing with this Bishop Soldier, get another blocker? And I do. And that blocker is lifelink as well. So even with the Ammon Eternal eating Bishop Soldier, I will go to 3. And at this point, all I'm doing is bluffing. Because the Vampire token with lifelink will not help me in any way, shape, or form. D-Rod just going to take the damage.
That's surprising.
Yeah, he probably thought I had some kind of combat trick, like a Moment of Glory or whatever that 1-drop is from Rivals that gives +2/+2. Probably fearing something like that, even though I'm not playing it.
And Pride of the Conquerors is 3-drop?
It's a 2-drop.
2-drop? Oh, so you could have had another one, I guess.
No, I'm only playing the one of those, too.
Oh, okay, cool.
But because he saw the one from before, like, even that, without the City's Blessing, would still allow Bishop Soldier to trade with the Ammon Eternal, because of the Ammon Eternal's triggered ability.
I see.
So it would shrink to a 3/3. It would trade up, straight up trade with the Bishop Soldier, and I would have gained 3 if I had
Alright,
that.
so his paranoia not really out of line there.
No, it's not at all. And he was at 25 life anyway, so he doesn't care. Just let it through. Yeah, this is just me bluffing. I've got nothing.
And the handshake is extended.
There's the handshake.
D-Rod takes it.
Look at me just pointing to like all of his cards that caused me so much trouble.
I still say you played through it very well, though. Like, I don't know. I probably would have quit a long time ago. So
Just
good
showing
job on
off.
that.
These are the 3 best cards in his deck, guys. This is why D-Rod's winning the Grand Finals. So good.
Seriously powerful, and now we're seeing this Mono-Black deck, man. You guys should try it out. It's not so expensive, and it's really effective. But thank you all very much for tuning in. We're going to get to work on some more content for you, so please keep watching the videos. We love your support.
Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. NeverBoard Gaming Community. Have a good day.